Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Redskins Talk TV, and this is your host. My name is Dre, and I want to talk about my Washington Redskins. It's week 4. We're 0-3. We're going up against the Oakland Raiders. They're 1-2, and we've got a big challenge going for us. I just want to give my take on the keys to success. I want to talk about our offense first, and then our defense. Now, as far as the offense, just like I said last week, I think the key to our success is going to be on the play of Alfred Morris and Kyle Shanahan calling offensive plays that are going to feed the ball to Alfred Morris early and often. Him being able to carry the team on his back is going to take a lot of pressure off of RG3's shoulders, and that's crucial. He's under the microscope, and I'm talking about RG3 because everyone has these high expectations. We as fans do, and the sports experts out there, they have their expectations simply because of his accomplishments and his accolades from last season. With that injury, he's not quite the same player. Teams are not respecting him like they did last year because he's not able to make those plays the way he did with his legs. As the season progresses, he's going to get more comfortable. Hopefully at some point in time, he'll be able to get off that brace and he'll be able to run some plays that are going to really, really dumbfound opposing defenses. But when it comes to Alfred Morris, feed that brother the ball. Get him the ball as often as possible. Wear down the defense, and that's where our success is. Also, when it comes to running, don't be afraid, Kyle Shanahan. Please don't be afraid to get the ball into RG3's hands. Call a couple of plays where he can get out of the pocket and make runs, plays with his legs, or get some receivers open and throw down the field. It's beneficial for him because, once again, I think he's getting hit way too often in the pocket. Getting him out of the backfield with some sort of naked bootleg or just something, or even with the read option where he has the option to run himself, that's going to help. At the same time, we're certainly hoping that if he does run, he learns to slide. That's kind of like Jason Campbell. He was terrible at sliding. But Robert Griffin III, I think he's going to be just fine, so I'm not on him. Also, get the ball to Santana Moss. In the slot, he can be as dangerous just as Wes Welker or Danny Amendola. Amendola, he's out with an injury, so you can speak about Santana Moss or at least put his name in the same sentence as a Wes Welker if we get him the opportunity to make plays. Because Santana Moss, he's 33, but he can still make plays. He can still get that separation. He's got really good hands when he's concentrating, and we need him to step up. But at the same time, we need to have a game plan that's going to maximize his ability. And also Leonard Hankerson or anyone that they might put in the slot, Aldrick Robinson, it doesn't matter. But we need someone to step up in the slot where we can get the ball to them. Now, as far as the tight ends and the underneath, when I was watching some of the highlights for the Broncos and the Raiders, I noticed that the Raiders, they pretty much like to rush 5 defenders and drop the other 6 into coverage. So in some instances, that's going, getting the ball out of the hand quick into the pass catcher, whoever's open, that's going to be crucial. But the Raiders, they're going to give up the underneath. Even though they drop 6 into coverage, we're going to get some people open. And if Robert Griffin III can get the ball out of his hands quick, or at least by running the ball and getting a few defenders to come up to the line of scrimmage to shut down the run, it's going to open up more plays for our wide receivers. But in either case, attacking the middle of the field, the intermediate parts with the tight ends, the running backs coming out of the backfield, or the slot receivers, or a couple of crossing patterns, whatever the case is, get the ball to the wide receivers so that we can maximize that. And that's pretty much my take as far as the offense. Let me see what else. Oh, yeah. Just get the ball primarily to Alfred Morris. Now, as far as defense, the key to defense, as I've said every week, the corners jamming at the line of scrimmage. Now, I know on the quick inside slants and everything, you got to be able to protect against that. But it hasn't been successful mostly because Jim Haslett calling for pretty much the entire house to come blitzing at the quarterback. And the worst part about that is for all the blitzing that we're doing, we're not getting a lot of pressure on the opposing quarterback. So I say rush 5 defenders, drop 6 back into coverage, and it's going to give us protection for the underneath. I think our defenders can make the plays just like the Oakland defenders, but I think we'll probably do a better job if we play sensible football, disciplined football, on defense. Also, as I said, rush the 5 defenders. Watch for the cutback. We are susceptible to the cutback because Jim Haslett has that tendency to be overly aggressive, get all the defenders going one direction, and with Darren McFadden, you cannot sleep on him. He's had some injuries, but he can still make plays and make people miss. So when he's going one direction, all of a sudden cuts, the entire defense is going one direction, he's going the opposite. So we need for defenders to cover every part of the field. Make sure that you hold each other accountable on defense to cover your part of the field. And then once you know that you've secured a hit on the guy to slow him down, that's when everyone else comes in to basically flood and cover the ball carrier. That's the most important thing. But that cutback is going to kill us if we don't play disciplined football, especially with the linebackers. The defensive line, they're going to go one direction, but the linebackers and the safeties, they have to have their heads up. They really do have to pay attention. Also, wrap the tackle. Most teams are running on us that where last year they had a difficult time. And with all these plays and our defense being on the field for a long time, they get tired, the technique gets sloppy. But Brandon Merriweather in particular, in fact, all of our defenders, stop throwing your shoulder thinking that you're going to knock someone down with a hard hit. Stop trying to go for the knockout kill and go for the play that's going to stop the ball carrier in their tracks or at least slow them down so that help can arrive. But that's the main thing because a lot of runners are just ping-ponging off of our defenders and getting that extra yardage, and that's what we need to stop. So wrap the tackle. It's a fundamental, a basic fundamental for even Pop Warner football to make the contact, put your shoulder into it, wrap. Give that fellow football player a hug, the kind that he doesn't want. And if you have to be dragged, at least when you wrap your arms around the legs, you get to secure that tackle or at least slow the progress. And lastly, the 3 players that I'm definitely concerned with as far as shutting down are Terrelle Pryor, because he can make the same kind of plays like RG3 can under center. You also have Darren McFadden, dynamic running back, good size, good power, good speed. And then you have Denarius Moore, number 17. The brother, you don't really hear his name too much, but when you're watching a lot of highlights, he seems to be getting open more and more. So shutting down those 3 in particular. I know they got the tight ends and the other wide receivers, but those are 3 key players on the Oakland offense that I would be more concerned with. So with sensible game plan on defense, Jim Haslett not calling for 7-8 defenders to rush the quarterback and only having 1 safety in the deep middle, hopefully we can get some turnovers, create cause Terrelle Pryor to, force some errant throws, and hopefully we can get some turnovers. But that's just my take on, I think, what we can do to be successful. Now, if any one of you has an opinion about your keys to success, you're more than welcome to leave a comment on this video. And if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. And for all my Redskins family, hail to the Redskins.